Well, we're out here today. This is the golf course. You can see the golf course behind me. This is another spot that my dad would come every year and piddle around, and I saw the gentleman that runs the golf course and asked him if I could come up and put a few sets in, and he said, sure, go ahead. And we're gonna walk in Dad's footsteps here today, but you can see this, the first place I stopped, you can see over there under that root system where the rats are coming up on there. Now that's obviously a good spot to get a mink too. Any mink that comes down through there is gonna try and scoot under there and see what he can find. But you can see up through here the muddy bottom. It's milky, it's cloudy. That's definite rat traffic, and we're gonna throw some in here. I'm actually gonna drive around. I'll show you making that set when we get over there, but we just started, and we're gonna throw some sets in here and show you how you can catch some muskrats. And this is a perfect thing to start a new beginner or a young kid or something of that nature. Get them out here trekking in the muskrat washes and the swamps and the little guts, and it's really fun, and we're going to show you some really easy sets to put in that are going to help you catch some muskrats across the country if you have them in your area. This right here, we're on this pond right on this golf course right here, and you can see, actually you can see where you're sinking in here, but the rats are coming up right here. You can see where they've come in. You can see the rat tracks right here where they're climbing up over, and we're gonna basically push this down, and we're gonna put 2 jump sets right here, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. But that's one of the things across the country. If you have a pond, or we're on a golf course, there's a lot of ponds, and they have some serious problem with muskrats here. But if you have a nice ranch house with a pond, or you have a piece of property with a pond or 2 on it, the muskrats are going to get in there pretty much anywhere across the country, burrow in underneath, create a lot of damage, and it just is something that you can take care of with very simple methods, and we're going to show you that right now. We're going to put a jump right there, and we're going to put a jump right there. So it's a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll come back here tomorrow and show you some results, but we'll put them in and show you how we construct that set. So here's where those muskrats are coming up and out of the water. You can see here their tracks right here. So all I want to do is I'm going to push this down a little bit. I'm going to actually slick that up and give them even more eye appeal, but this is kind of what we're going to do there. And then right here we're going to do the same thing. I'm actually pushing this down so I have a place for my trap to sit, and that's what I want to do over here as well. So my trap will sit right there, and my trap will sit right there, and that's where those rats are going to come and climb up and go over top of this right here. These are my dad's setups. Got a little drag with a number 2 Victor, and since we're kind of coming into where he trapped, we're going to use some of his equipment today. You can use these number 2 Victors. You could use 110 in here. You could use normally I'm going to set the 1.5 double jaw Duke, which I love, but these number 2 Victors are perfect, and this actually will sit right there where they're going to climb up, and that's going to be perfect right there. Down the chain down in, and then all I'm going to do is hook this chain into the bank right here. So if a muskrat does get caught, his first instinct is going to dive in the water, and that trap's going to take him down, and he'll be here the next morning. But you can see this here also where I'm going to actually make this just a little bit better. And we're going to put that other trap right there. Same thing. We're just going to put this trap right there where they're climbing out. And that's perfect. Now they're going to come out right there, And as I said on the other set, we're just gonna take this drag, we're gonna put this right down into the bank, nice and tight. And when they get caught, they're gonna be out in the water. But you can see how quick that was to put these in here. We got one right here. This one's a little deep, more than I like usually. This is in about 2 inches of water. This one's perfect over here in about 1 inch of water. And the rats are gonna come over here. They've been normally coming here. I don't need any bait, I don't need any lure. And I fully expect to come back here tomorrow and have a rat or two sitting here waiting for us. But just an awesome day. Awesome pond. We started down there from the other side. We have a root system down there. We're gonna go put another one in that is definitely being used by rats. It's you know, just one of those things where when you find them, they're very easy to catch in very simple sets like this. So we'll go put a couple more in and come back and hopefully have some to show you tomorrow. Well, here's that spot we saw from the other side where they're coming up in over this root here. I gotta be careful getting in here, but you can see right here, they're just working in and amongst this root system. And we're gonna put a Duke 1.5 double jaw here, put it right around that stump, and basically I fully expect to have a rat here tomorrow. Now this is perfect for mink too. Any mink that comes up and down along here is gonna go in there under that root system. So we'll get this set, but this Duke 1.5 double jaw, I love it. It's the best, most universal trap out there. You catch an animal in this, they are gonna be there the next morning. It's just a fantastic piece of equipment, and it's I'm gonna check that. I haven't checked this. Yep, that's good. Hand tension's good, but these are just a fantastic piece of equipment that if you're out there and you're doing any water trapping for raccoon, for mink, for muskrat, these are just a great piece of equipment. And we're gonna get in here under this root. So this is where we're gonna put it. They're crawling up right here, up in here to feed. You can see the rat tracks right here where they're crawling out. Basically, you wanna put your trap right there where they're crawling out, just under the water. And that is all it takes to do this. Let's see how sturdy this is. Yeah, that's pretty sturdy. We're gonna take this up around and then just hook that in through there. And that now is right there. If we catch a rat, he's gonna be out and he'll be here when we come in. But what a great root system. You can see where they're feeding up under there, but you can see here that trap. It's under about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of water. Those rats are gonna work up and down here. You're in their normal habitat. That's where they're going anyway. And we're just gonna do one thing. We're gonna take a stick off and stick it right there in the bank to keep them over there on that edge. So I fully expect to have a rat here tomorrow. This is muddy out here. They're out in here working. It's pretty deep out here. I'm not gonna go out there and try and find channels and put the 110s in. Those rats are over here every night. We got sign, we got tracks. You can see their feed bed. It's just a great set. Here's another one of these situations. You can actually see where they've been cutting up the bank here. They've got up in there, actually the bank's caving in. You can see the two big channels going out here. They're being used consistently. We're definitely gonna have rats here tomorrow. I'm gonna probably put 2 in each of these channels to try and get them the first night. We'll go out the first one here and just get that down in. That's on the bottom. That's good. It's exactly where we want to be for that one. We'll put another one right here, and then we're going to put 2 on the other side. And whether they work in or work out, we're going to have them here. But these are being used, and hopefully we can get them out of here, because that's a lot of damage right there. To come in here with a backhoe, rebuild this bank up, and it's just something that we're, you know, out here helping them with. And my dad usually did, but I'm taking over the duties, and Dad's here with us in spirit today, and hopefully we'll come back in tomorrow and be able to show you a couple muskrats. Well, here's the problem that they're having here at the golf course that we're here to take care of. You can see this is just, you can see how it's milky in the bottom. That's because those rats are in and out of here. They've got it pushed out. They're all clear. These are the type of channels that are ready-made for these 110s. And what happens though is a lot of these golf ponds here have a liner in them, and those rats dig down in through that liner and do a lot of destruction. But you know, they've got a lot of sand piled up there. I can actually use these stakes and not even have to worry about it going through the liner. So you can see out here where they're coming out, they've got it nice and hard packed, and we're going to just put that down in the middle. Any rat that comes out here now is going to go right through that. We're probably just going to take one other stick. We'll use this one right here, and we'll use that as a dive stick. You can put that across right there, and that'll make them dive down under there. But you can see the rats have been putting in some work here. There's another good spot right there. We're gonna set that as well. And you know, we're gonna catch these rats, but you can see this is definitely being used. So I fully expect to come in here tomorrow and have some. This is the first set. We had it right in this hole right here. As you can see, it's always nice when you come in and your stakes are floating. That's one cool thing about these stakes. They'll float to the top and you don't have to worry about that was going in. So he wasn't in the hole, he was actually going in the hole. So we're probably gonna have more. That's one good sign, because I set those other good channels down there. We had that rat going in, which means we'll probably have more down through there that were coming out of the better holes. But we'll get that back down on there, and that's gonna go right back down in where that hole was. Find my hole down in on the bottom, and we're back in business. But that's a really nice rat. These are fun to trap. It's been a long time since I've actually been in a pond situation where there's this much sign. Here in Pennsylvania, we just don't have the muskrats like we used to. And it's just pretty cool to come in here. Not cool for the golf course to have them in here, but pretty cool that I had the opportunity. And as I said, my dad used to come here every year and catch the rats. So this one for Dad, and it reminds me of him, and we're gonna go walk down through here and see if we have any more. Well, here's another one. This one is in this channel coming out of this hole, and I don't see my stake anywhere. It should be floating right here. Oh, there it is. It's on the other side. It's on the other side of the wind blows this way, the stake's over on the other side. But this one here was coming in as well. So we got another nice rat right here. Beautiful rat. We're gonna reset this and we'll go over and get our stake and come back and push it down in there, so we know that so we know it's in there tight. But just in this channel here, and that's where it's gonna sit, and we'll get our stake and put it in there. But just pretty awesome. First 2 sets, 2 rats. Well, this is actually a surprise. I get 2 rats in the first 2 sets, and I thought where these really good channels were, I was gonna come up and have 3 or 4 rats, and actually only have 1. It's another rat, that's cool, but this one here going in as well. Where are they coming from? This is another situation where my stake is missing, and I can see them floating over there. The stakes are floating in the water. I'm gonna have to go over there and get the stake and come back over and make sure it's in there. But you can see here, just down in that channel is all you really need. He was coming in. These were really muddy yesterday, and as you can see, they're not as muddy today because the rats weren't in here all night. But another nice pond rat. We'll get them set. It won't take long to get them out of here. That's one of the cool things about finding these channels or whatever. You're gonna catch them, and once they're gone, they're gone. And we'll keep these in here for another couple days. I'm sure we'll catch a couple more, but pretty awesome. 3 rats so far. Awesome. Well, here's one of our stakes that floated over from the other side, and we got another one right here. That's our 2 stakes that we lost, and we're gonna grab these and take these back over and put them in the 110s to make sure they're stable. 7 or 8 sets in there. We got 3 rats. All of them are going into the holes. I don't know. I don't know where the hole is that they're coming out of. It could be out in the middle somewhere, but they're obviously coming out somewhere if we're getting them going in the hole. But pretty awesome. We got more traps to check. Let's go see if we have some more.